They have commercials on television that say, if you have these symptoms, go see your doctor and get this drug. I mean, when you go to see your doctor, you tell them your symptoms. The doctor's supposed to know what the best drug is for you. You're not supposed to go in and say, I need this drug, I have these symptoms. And it's kind of an affront to what the medical doctor is all about. And then when you look at the side effects of some of these medications, they're worse than having the actual disease that they're trying to cure. They're big business, they're big money. They have taken over what I would consider really true health care, which is prevention first and then getting back to normal that honors the homeostasis or the natural balance that the body is always trying to maintain. All right, so slowly, let's go ahead and abduct the arms, bring them up over your head. Right there becomes difficult.
Yes.
So bringing it up alongside your ear is very difficult.
It's not going to go.
They do physical therapy that makes them worse, that makes them hurt more and sleep less. Also, a lot of patients get the injection, which is ineffective most of the time. It keeps getting done, but it's not fixing the problem. And I thought to myself, well, it may be a weakening or a malfunction of the spinal accessory nerve. And now I have this paradigm that I built in my head that the skull and the spine support a part of the nervous system that runs the shoulder. And go ahead and bring the arms up, see if they'll come all the way up.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. This thing that had been around for so long that people knew nothing about was being resolved with this chiropractic adjustment. When a patient came into my office, she said to me, I've decided to have surgery. And I said to her, well, I don't think that that's going to fix your problem, but I totally understand that you want out of this pain. Before you jump to this, I want to examine you in a new way. I analyze people in the same way that I analyze a frozen shoulder for this lifting and rotation of the skull on the first cervical vertebra.
Mr. Oliver here was born early. He arrived about 5 weeks early, and the reason he did, he had a little tiny hole in his heart, and it left blood kind of still going back through to his lungs and gave him a condition called persistent pulmonary hypertension, or PPHN. So basically, he couldn't get enough blood through his lungs to get oxygen to the rest of his body.
I'll never forget what they said to us the first thing when we checked in was, your son is very sick. And to hear somebody tell you those words when you see him with all the tubes and everything, it was pretty hard.
This 6 weeks journey, we saw the absolute crazy incredibleness of modern medicine and how they can save a life. We got the most amazing, life-saving emergency care there was, and we trusted them. The doctors were incredible. And they had 2 people on him 24/7, making sure this machine was perfect and he was good. But that time, we had that burst suppression show up, where his brain had that spikes of seizure activity and then went dormant. They were locked and loaded. They said, he's going to have seizures. He's going to have delays.
And they told us that he had a 50-50 chance of having cerebral palsy, and at best that he was just going to be severely developmentally delayed.
So at that time, with the seizures and the activity there, they wanted us to keep him on phenobarbital. Well, it was just the craziest situation in the world for me, because I am a pediatric chiropractor. My whole life's focused in neurology and taking care of these kids with seizures and delays, and here I was being told that he was going to be certainly one of them. Just like we had faith in them to save his life, we had 100% faith in chiropractic and what I could do to get his brain put back together, to let his nervous system heal. There's studies that show that phenobarbital just destroys a child's IQ. It destroys their livelihood. We made the choice not to do that.
And it was really hard because the same people that saved his life, and we were so, so grateful for them. And, you know, I mean, they gave us our son. It was really hard to then question what they were saying.
We knew what those drugs did to people, and we knew that they didn't allow for this. We knew that chiropractic could give him life back. Throughout that course of time, as Oliver was in the hospital, they watched me like a hawk. They thought like I was going to adjust him and his head was going to spin around and like it was some crazy, wild, unscientific-based thing I was doing. We literally had to almost be secretive about when I would work on my own dang son, yet when I would ask them, what are you going to do for him? Well, we need to keep him on phenobarbital.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Oliver's bill at the hospital for all that they did was over $1 million. If we continue with what they do, phenobarbital and the 3-4 other medications that they wanted to keep him on, Oliver would have become a lifelong customer of that business. We would have had to try this drug and then this drug and then this drug. I see it every day in here. Those are the patients I take care of. They go through absolute misery with that. Their job is done. Thank you. God bless you. Most amazing thing I've ever seen, saving my son's life. Now give him to me and give him to my world, and we're going to give him life. We're going to get him back.
By sticking with what we believed in, we have our son.